going on, man? Welcome back to another video, man. You guys are watching Free Smoke, man, with yours truly, FaTKaT. Right here below, we have Illest of Ills 392. Right here, we have Modern Day Muscle. And then catty corner right there is Garage Driven, man. What is going on, fellas? How are you guys feeling today?
Spectacular.
Good. Great. Doing great.
Everybody's good, man. We here with another video for you guys, man. Before we get into this video, man, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the all button next to that notification bell so you can catch all of these videos that we got coming out for y'all literally on a daily basis. On top of going live every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, man. You do not want to miss it. So we have special guests in the building, man. The last 2 weeks we've had them, and we're going to try to continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Every single Sunday, man, for good entertainment and content for you guys, man. And when we say special guests, we mean like some big time heavy hitters in the YouTube world, in the IG world, Instagram, all that good stuff, man. So like I said, we're gonna try to bring some guys that you guys follow, some big guys that you guys follow, or guys or gals, you know what I'm saying, and try to get some good content for y'all. But anyway, man, one other thing, last thing I'm gonna say is in the description below, man, we have all of our individual social medias, whether if it's IG, YouTube, or whatnot, man, go down there, click on all of those links, man. Follow us, subscribe, whatever it is that social media entails for you to do. And we would greatly appreciate that love individually. That is where you're going to find all of our individual builds and what we got going on with our own cars, man. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Anyway, enough of all the preliminaries. Hey, let's go and get into the first topic. Got a quick question for you guys. This is actually another, you know, all the topics you come with are pretty good thus far. And this is another good one. Now, granted, we drive American cars. So people with American cars normally sway in one direction when it comes to these things that I'm about to ask you right now. But let's say you were building your perfect car, man. I mean, you're building a car, and when I mean building, this time I'm specifically talking about performance-wise, right? So you're building a car that's going to be all-out performance, and now it comes down to that forced induction, right?
Yep.
What would be your choice? Again, money doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, whatever. Like, what is your choice as far as what is going to give you the better results? Would you go turbo or supercharger for forced induction? Garage Driven, I want to hear what you got to say about this first, man. What would you do?
Gotta be turbo, bro. All day.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Okay.
like for my personal preference, if I was building my 392, it'll be probably a twin turbo setup on that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like this. Honestly, there's no supercharge is cool and all. Like, you know, you get boosts all the way through the whole power, you know, the whole RPM band. Like, you know what I'm saying? The superchargers it's on the belt, so it's always there when you accelerate. But there's nothing like that turbo hit. When that turbo hit, whether it's 4,500 RPM, that thing just be like, as soon as that shit hits at like 45, oh, it's go time. So honestly, I just like that feeling better than that, and you know, supercharged. So I prefer turbo just because of that. You know what I'm saying? So, and just you can't beat that blow off valve noise, everything. It's just all of it, man. It's coming to play, like, you know what I'm saying? That makes me, I say turbo. So I ride that than supercharge. I don't know. That's my take on it. Turbo all day.
Hey, I feel you on that, man. My Modern Day Muscle, what do you say?
Oh, sorry, I didn't. But so I did some research on both of them because I knew about both turbos and superchargers, but I want to do some research. So based off my research, it seems like the turbos are more efficient because they use the exhaust gases from the combustion process. But on the downside, what Paul was saying, it takes time to build the power, right? Versus the supercharger, it's instant power, but it's less efficient because it's robbing the engine of horsepower to turn into what Paul was saying. But I think from like a cost standpoint and a retrofitting standpoint, I think I would go with the turbo because they're easier to put into cars, and the cost that you pay for it, I think, is less than putting a Supercharger on. And I also like the sound of the Turbocharger as well. The turbo, yeah.
I agree with that. Illest the Illest 392. What do you say?
I mean, obviously, with a lot of cars nowadays, just it really just depends on what platform we're talking about. A lot of people with our cars do the either Whipple or if you got a Hellcat, like obviously a stock blower. I don't know. I like Paul's idea. That's one thing that I looked at too. Was not so much for mine, but just in general, was twin turbo. Just because you don't see it a lot. Obviously, everybody usually does the blower for cars like ours, which obviously the Supercharger whine is cool, but man, there's just something about that blow off from turbos. Like a good 2JZ Supra, or like that I think, or like an R34, Nissan, the GTR. Yeah, Skyline, a GTR. But I think the 2JZ Supra is like the pinnacle for that turbo noise. But yeah, I mean, it really just depends on kind of the application. I don't really see any supercharged Supras. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. It's almost like I don't know, it takes the purity out of the 2JZ, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's me, if I had a choice, if I had all of it sitting in front of me, money really didn't matter, whatever, I'd probably twin turbo. I don't know. I've seen some videos of like Chargers. There's some Challengers out there. There's other different types of American cars with them. I don't know. I think the Turbochargers it's just pure to me.
Hey, you know what the best thing about a turbocharger is? With the external wastegate. When the wastegate dumps externally, not through the exhaust, when it comes outside, so it's like a bypass pipe. Then when the car goes in the boost, it dumps out. The exhaust starts dumping out onto the actual atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that noise, you can't get that noise nowhere else, man.
What a lot of these guys, with that anti-lag that a lot of these guys have now, it's just hold it down, rev it up, let go, and you're gone. So even if you're like roll race on the highway, you're doing things like that, or even from a stop, or from a dig, it's either way. I mean, I think that kind of takes a lot of the, I don't want to call it downside, but some of that out of that turbo talk. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but every time I hear the word turbo, I think of 2JZ Supra, and it just that sound. There's no better sound than that car with that turbo. To me,
I 100% agree with each and every single one of you guys. Now,
damn.
Now the reason why I said, more guys towards guys with cars like us, like American cars, muscle cars, quote unquote. For some reason, a lot of people like to go Supercharger with muscle cars. And honestly, I think the Supercharger is correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think the Supercharger is just a little bit more reliable, just a smidget more reliable. So I think that's why a lot of people go with Supercharger more, because all you're really worried about is that belt mainly for the most part, and other than that, you're good to go. So I think a lot of people go Supercharger for that reason, but like you guys said, and I will say this too, most car manufacturers, especially muscle cars, they go Supercharger. So you talk about Corvettes, talk about our cars. I mean, talk about the Hellcats and Demons and all. They're all Supercharger. So so there is a good argument as to why they do that, right?
Yeah.
It might be dependability, like you said, dependability.
Yeah, it might be the dependability.
Right? Yeah, that's exactly why.
Also, to the Supercharger that they're putting, I'm pretty sure when they were building the car, they had the Supercharger. They made sure the Supercharger would fit perfectly inside that car as well. So,
and also with a turbo
as well.
Yeah, with a turbo, there's more components to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You gotta have intercoolers. You gotta have intercoolers. If you're going twin turbo, more than likely probably two intercoolers, like, or a special type of double porter intercooler, whatever the case is.
Because all these manufacturers that go turbo, for instance, like all these, like the Volkswagens, like the 1.8Ts or the whatever, this and that, like, they're all smaller. Like, you don't even know they're in there, like super small. Like, you don't, you know what I'm saying? And granted, a lot of people used to, back in the day with the GTIs and all that, they used to you know, saying get downpipes and everything else, and you know, saying and upgrade their turbos. But I agree with you guys, man, because there is nothing turns heads on a car. Like you can hear whine all day, like, oh damn, you know, that whine sounded dope. But if there's a car that's driving by you and it goes, you stop
like, oh.
and you turn, you're like, oh shit. You're like, oh, okay. Especially if it's like a loud one, again, like the Supras, or we have them wastegates with woo, you know what I'm saying, like that. When it's coming off, oh my god! Like I know I probably did a bad example of it, but you guys know, man. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Turbo sound is it got to be the best out there. So twin turbo, like I said, if I was building a perfect car that I would think was a perfect car, it would have to be a turbo setup, and obviously, if I could help it, a manual at that, because then you could control that. You know what I'm saying? That wastegate or that blow off valve sound.
Yeah. It's easier, with a manual.
Whenever you want to, right? Like I said, I mean that it literally just turns heads. Like, and matter of fact, garage and that's what I was gonna say too. Like to your point, there's something about that kick. I mean, I remember back in the day, bro, when I was young, like people, we used to, me and my friends, we used to be excited about VTEC in the Honda, because and you wasn't going anywhere, but just because it was an extra. Oh,
that kick, that VTEC hit. That VTEC hit. That's just like,
and your turbo was turning off the air conditioner. That was your turbo. The cheap way.
Yeah. But something about that extra kick when you hit those certain RPMs and that thing just kick in. There's something about that, man. So I would definitely go turbo as well.
Hey, that's funny though. Back in the day, for real, you'd be like, you race somebody. Yo, I have my AC on. Hold on, let me turn it on.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I have my AC on, bro. Now I'll press with someone on the road or something. I don't even think about it, bro. I just get on it.
It just stays on.
Back in the day. AC on, all that good stuff, man. So, but yeah, man. So, like I said, I agree with you guys. Definitely turbo all the way. Man, I know there's gonna be a bunch of people that that watch our, know us individually. Gonna be like, what? What are you guys talking about?
Just opinions. Just
opinions.
Calm your panties.
So another thing that I wanted. So another thing, right? So and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but with the turbo, there's more power potential because it's more efficient. But with the supercharger, there's less power potential because of the way it goes. It was about even the power over to the engine, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I think so, and I think again, I've never had a car with a lot of, big forced induction. Actually, I don't think I've had any car. I mean, other than like manufacturer wise, but like as far as aftermarket forced induction, like making big power, I don't think I've ever had that. So again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think turbo is easier to. It's more like controllable. Like you could control it more. Like turn up my boost, turn down my boost, whatever. Like literally on a dial. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like if you set it up like that. So I think turbo is a little bit more. It's more driver oriented where you can control it as
you can control it. Yeah, you can turn the boost down just by the boost controller. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah. So that's like So I was one of those guys with a 1.8T. I had it in my Jetta, 1.8 turbo, and I went ahead and changed the turbo out from the KO3 to the KO4 turbo. And you know what I'm saying? I got the computer flash and had the exhaust done. Everything was all done. You know what I mean? Cold air intake, everything, blow off valve, all that good stuff. And man, the car ran pretty good. And the dude that did my computer, he added like a two-step option to it. Where I think I know that's what I have to do. I have to have the clutch all the way in, and once I hit the gas pedal all the way down, it wouldn't rev past a certain amount, and it would do the two-step. And that shit would be like pop, 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 pop. I'm like, damn, this technology was crazy back then. For that being like 06, I think it was around that time I had that. Yeah.
Regardless of whichever way you go, I mean, the tune I think is almost everything.
Yeah,
you can do a turbo, a supercharger, whatever. But if you have a shitty tune, none of it even matters. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough about them to be like an expert tuner and tell which one is better based on the tune. But it just depends on who's doing your tuning and so forth. There's a lot of people I've seen that have gone to the wrong places and got wrong tunes, and it just runs like shit.
Right.
Yeah,
And
it
with the
causes
same
slow as
exact
hell.
setup, but just a different tune, it's like a whole other world of a vehicle. So
Yeah,
you
they
just gotta
always
make
say
sure you
your-
find
Yeah, your
find the right
tuner,
tuner.
your tuner can make you or break you, man. With the power, you know.
Right.
Right.
Hey, man, but there you guys go, man. That's what we think. What would you guys do, man, if you guys had the option? Like I said, no, everybody, let's just say you got two sponsors. One is a supercharger company, the other is a turbo company. And they're both like, hey, man, you can have whatever you want. It's on us. What would you choose, man? Supercharger or turbo? What would you do? And like I said, twin turbos in there as well. You can do twin turbo, whatever, man. What would you guys do, man? Put it down in the comments below. We'd love to hear y'all opinions and thoughts on that. And, it's interesting in what the setup is that everybody, would rather go with, man. But moving on, man. So we had, in the car world, we've had an interesting week. We've had a world record being broken, fellas. This world record was broken by a company. The company itself, I think, is SCC. It's an SCC Tuatara. Correct me
Who's the
again.
SS? Isn't it SSC? Isn't it SSC?
It's SSC.
Yeah, I want to say SSC.
I'm sorry, SSC. What was that name again? Modern Day Muscle.
Tuatara.
Tuatara, yeah.
I want to say Tuatara. Tuatara. SSC Tuatara. This car ran. Actually, you know what? Let's play the video first. I think we got a video queued up for you guys. Let's play the video, then we'll come back and talk about it.
Jeez.
So this guy is running. But that right there, that's kilometers, right? On the right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that miles per hour?
It's miles per hour. He's
Miles per
doing
hour
this
is
in
on the
Nevada.
left.
Yeah, I'm about to say miles per hour got to be on the left. The higher
left,
one got to be
okay.
kilometers. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
God, that thing is. Yo, look at how that thing is climbing, though.
Wow.
Where's this being done?
Nevada.
Somewhere in Vegas.
Yeah, I think
it's I forgot what the city was called, but they shut down the street for a 7-mile stretch just to do it.
Dude, he's still climbing pretty good. I mean, it's not like 1 mile per hour like every
he's still
20
pulling.
seconds like it gets when you get to the top.
He's still pulling.
Now, my question is, did he let off? Or the car got more than that?
331. It seemed like he probably could have got more if he wanted to.
That's what I'm saying, because the car, he just let off. It had to let off because it was still climbing. It
He
wasn't
probably
slowing down.
ran out of road. He probably ran out of road.
Well, I mean, he's still doing
probably
260 slowing. I mean,
slowing down. 260 slowing down.
I mean, and
that is crazy.
Yeah.
190 slowing down. That must feel real slow right now.
Yo, he took his hands off of guys. He just took his hands. Look, he's doing this at 200 miles per hour. Like, yeah, I made it. Like 200 feels slow to him right now. Like he's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Dude, that's pucker level 9,000, bro. 331 miles per hour. I mean,
and then I think he turned around. He turned around and hit 306. So before he let off, so it was an average of 316 miles per hour.
Yep.
Okay.
Whew. So this car broke the record. And you know what? I think I looked up like the prices for this car for what it is, right? I think it was like starting at like 1.6. And if you got all the bells and whistles, it was like 1.9.
Yes.
It's not bad.
I mean, we're talking about a different level, right? We're talking about a different level of people that are going to be able to afford these cars. So you're talking about guys like Bugatti owners and LaFerrari owners and things like that. Like that
people that are never going to do anywhere near that.
Oh yeah,
it's going to sit in the garage.
It's going to sit in the garage.
Yeah.
But if you think about that price, that is a good price. Now, granted, that's out the factory. Now, when somebody buys one, guarantee that price is going to go straight up. You know
what's cool?
Like
what's cool about this car? Check this out. I don't know if anyone really noticed this or not while they're watching this guy's ass pucker like crazy. Look at this roof. It's just
Yeah, I know.
I thought there was when I first watched it, I thought it was like,
Yes.
does this guy have like is this a convertible or something? Is this guy got like T-tops or something?
That
But
shit's
yeah,
weird.
it's just all it's all glass.
Yep.
Just
No,
all
fiberglass
along that one
somehow.
side. It looks really cool. So I mean, you're
And
definitely
if you
getting a
look-
good view of everything flying by you at 300 miles an hour.
And if you look at the car, I mean, if you actually look at the car, like it looks good. It looks
Yeah.
It actually looks like
Yeah.
a nice car. You know what I'm saying? So hey, these guys, SSC, man, they did a great job with this car. And like I said, the price tag is for people that are able to afford this type of car, very manageable. Although I think if you buy one at $2 million, I think literally as soon as you take it home and you know and you let it sit there for a year and you only got 3 miles on it because you know what I'm saying, you basically what's his name? Like it's automatically gonna be worth like a $3 to $4 million car automatically.
Oh yeah,
You
easily.
Did they say anybody got the news on how many they're making?
No.
I have no idea. Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean,
that's what that'll
This
be a
place,
factor too.
this company kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I honestly didn't even really know anything about it until this thing happened.
I
was
mean,
like,
but
yeah, I saw it a few weeks back on our Stradman's channel. That's why I became fond of the car. I was like, well, what is this?
Yo, so let me ask something. Was that just like a I don't want to say a tease video, but like a performance video saying, "Hey, this is the car. This is what we did." Are they even in production yet?
I don't know if they're in production yet, but that was to take
they will be now.
Yeah, that was to take that record away from Bugatti and
yeah. I mean, if they got prices out, I'm pretty sure if they're not in production, they're going to be in production soon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, and there was 2 out there, by the way. There was 2 of those out there, not just one.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So, geez, man, SSC, man, hats off to you. Salute. Those guys came out and crushed that world record.
What would you guys be thinking? Because I've never been. I mean, other than flying on Southwest, I've never done 331 miles an hour. What do you think would be running through your head as you hit 200, 250, 300? What do you think's rolling through your head?
Me, I don't
crash.
Me,
other than the obvious, yeah. Hopefully, I don't hit the ditch.
About to say, if I'm being realistic, like if you're going that fast, like I don't think anything's going through your head. I think you're just experiencing it. I think you're just experiencing. You're just like, oh my god.
Me, I'm thinking about like, yo, what I'm gonna look like when they come pick up the pieces of my body after I crash. Like, damn, is it going to like freaking just like meet on the side of the road? Like,
very optimistic there, Garage.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Very optimistic there.
When I did the fastest one I ever went in my car, I think it was like 174 or something like that. And then the fastest I've ever been, me personally, was on one of my street bikes. And the last number that I could really make out from everything going by, so the G-forces of it and the wind, was like 207. And so what I thought about was the tires. I'm like, I hope I don't blow a tire, because at this speed, there's no like maintaining it. There's no, nothing like that. It was like a tire. I thought back when we skydived. We went skydiving a long time ago. You're like, well, I hope this fucking parachute opens. Otherwise, I guess this is it. It's just you kind of you just kind of let loose of anything in your life that like really matters, and you're like, it's fun. Fuck it. It was a great time. Peace out.
It's funny you said that though. So the fastest I ever been on my bike was fastest I ever been. Period. Was 180. That's the last number I seen. 180. So 207, boy. You crazier than me. Okay. But anyway, but it's funny you said that about the tire, because I thought, you know what, that is something that I thought about, and because in part because this is a conversation we just had a video, a subject about this, and I'm like, who makes those tires? Like, that is the tire we need. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for him,
that's a reliable tire.
That's a reliable tire. Like, that thing is ZZZ, squared rated, like ZZZ squared rated, bro. Like, those are the tires that we need. It got to be literally a company that makes like airplane tires or something, because
gotta be,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, like, you're not going down to Firestone or to Tuffy or whatever to go buy. Like, hey, let me get those tires that I could go 330 miles per hour on.
Let me get a couple of Dunlops. Throw those some bitches on there. Let's go a few hundred miles an hour. Test these bitches out. Nah. Yeah, that's one thing. I my first thought, I was like, who the fuck is making these tires?
Right.
That do 331 miles an hour. Like, they're obviously, I would imagine they're specially made for this car.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Bugattis don't do 300 miles an hour. Koenigseggs don't do 300 miles an hour.
What was the record before this? I know he broke the record, or they broke the record. What was the record?
I mean,
other than like,
at the
it was either
land speed record.
It was either Koenigsegg or Bugatti because they've been fighting back and forth for a little while.
Well, ain't nobody gonna be fighting no more because I think they done set a certain level that they ain't beating that.
It was 284 miles an hour set by Koenigsegg on the same stretch of road in 2017.
They got a long way to go. Long way to go.
Bugatti reached 304.
Damn.
Oh, 300.
Now keep in mind though, also, he let off because that car was still climbing the same way.
Yeah, so it wasn't top and out yet.
Yeah, so even if they came back and beat him, he gonna be like, yo, bring some more road. Yo, lay down some more asphalt, man. Let me go ahead and accelerate a little bit longer for them.
Lay down some more road. I'm good. Let's go.
So guys, just to talk about it, the car has 1,750 horsepower. Yeah. As we talked, it's a North American hypercar. The outside of it is covered in an aerospace grade carbon fiber skin. The whole car weighs 2,750 pounds. So that I'm pretty sure adds to the speed too. It has a V8, a 5.9 liter V8 that's twin turboed, and the engine weighs 428 pounds. It redlines at 8,800 RPM. It's a 7-speed manual. And at 91 octane, it gives 1,350 horsepower. And then if you put the E85, that's where you get the 50 number from. Also, too, for you, Paul, it has a track setting that drops the ride front and rear by more than an inch. And then for us casual drivers, it has a lift setting that lifts the car up by 4 inches so you can get over speed bumps. It can seat a 6.5. Yeah. It can sit a 6.5. 6.5. A 6 foot tall, a 6 foot tall, 5-inch person. Which I was like, what?
Damn.
Yeah. I was like, sure. When I saw that, I was like, what? I got to see that in person because I just don't see it. I don't see it, but yeah, it has a center control touch screens almost similar to the Tesla, the way it looks.
I was going to say that like the interior actually look. I mean, Koenigsegg and all that, they look nice too, but they're very like basic almost, right? Like, except for Bugatti. Bugatti's nice, but like this one, like that interior is like actually like a regular, like you would see that like on a regular production car. Right.
Yeah, it has AC. It has AC and the stereo in there.
Oh man, you see that, and you don't get that with a lot of the Pagani's and Koenigsegg and all that.
Yep.
So they made this car literally like an everyday car. Like it's basically a freaking 720S on steroids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man,
Paul's still sticking with the McLaren though.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, go back to that question. If you haven't seen that video, man, we posed a question on here one day, and we were like, money's not an option. What would you get? Well, my money now is on that damn Tuatara. Yes,
that's legit, man. 331 miles an hour. I mean, on a street road. I mean, obviously it's clear, nobody's coming the other way, but 331 miles an hour. That dude's like, just. Please hold together. Please hold together.
Well, that's funny that you guys talk about that, right? So they did the run several times, and before they did the run, they took like regular cars and drove down it to check to make sure that the road was flat and all that stuff.
Clear, yeah.
But when he actually set the record, there was a gust of wind that shifted the car from one lane to another, and he actually grabbed back control of the car.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, because
I've seen him change lanes. So I seen the car.
That was the
wind.
That was the wind that pushed him. That was the wind that pushed him, man. And they were basically saying when I forgot the figure, so I don't want to quote the figure, but basically when you're doing a certain mile per hour, just a little bit of like wind could cause you to wipe out or shift or anything. So that's crazy that he was able to. Well, thankfully he was able to grab back control of the car.
I mean,
I could have been bad.
I mean, if you really think, well, 2 points real quick. First, we just talked about turbo and Supercharger. Well, the fastest car in the world is running twin turbo. So
yes,
there you go. And by the way, exactly. And I know you guys couldn't hear it. We didn't have the audio here, but when you actually go back and listen to it, you can hear it dumping. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can hear it. So yeah, so I was like, damn, okay, that's point for twin turbos. Second point is, think about how dialed in that car is, where he's literally, even at 200 miles per hour, when he's slowing down, he's like this, hands off the steering wheel, and that car is just still going straight, completely straight.
Not me. Not me.
Think about how dialed in that car is.
That car, yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it's probably sporting three series tires in the front, guarantee it.
Oh, gotta be.
Probably like 305s in the front, 315.
Well, those cars have like crazy. I mean, it's just like what I talked about in one of the previous episodes about the Koenigsegg. They have so advanced, like, it's not so much traction control, it's stability control. Just like when I was talking about in Koenigsegg, the guys literally jerk the wheel at 100 and 150 miles an hour, and it just auto corrects itself. You barely have to do anything. And that's what you're paying for it. $1.5 million, $2 million, whatever it ends up going for. Right. Yeah. I want to be able to go high speed and not run off the road, just like a normal car.
So supposedly they're only making 100 cars.
Ooh.
Sold already.
So mark up.
And by the way, those 100 cars are already spoken for.
That's what I was about to say. Guaranteed.
Like you can't like go and be like, hey, I want to order one. Like no, those cars are already spoken for.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that the companies tells you can buy it. You don't just like, I got money. No, we'll let you buy it.
And it's not even that. Like those are the ones that you get an email because you are such an exclusive buyer that says, hey, do you want one? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't get that email. Those are like literally the 100 people. All right, we got our party list, and you're and we're going to email the people that are able to get one, and if they pass on it, we'll continue to go down the list. But there's already a list of people that's like, you're a designated buyer for this car if you want it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
But moving on though, so there's another question that I would ask you guys, still in line with this, and actually is in line with the question that you asked, Illest the Ills, because you said, what would you be thinking, right? But really, the better question is, if they came to you and said, hey, actually, I'm going to go to you first. Hey, Garage Driven, come on, man. I got a job for you. I'm going to hand you these keys. All you got to do is go out there in this car and go run the fastest world record ever. Oh, and by the way, this car could hit 300 plus. Do you have the balls? Do you have the cojones? Do you have the bonus to be like, man, let me get them keys, man. I'm going to go do it. Would you do it?
I'm gonna try for sure. I ain't gonna front. When I hit probably like 260, I might be like, they might, why is he slowing down? Like, yo, bro. I want my life, yo. I'm scared.
I want my life.
They're gonna be watching the mile an hour gauges like how they were watching. Like, yo, yeah, he going. All of a sudden, that shit start dropping. Like, yo, did he blow a turbo? I'm like, nah, bro, I slowed down. I'm good. I don't know if I got the balls to do it, bro.
That car was just getting started at 260.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was still climbing like pretty good.
Really fast, yeah.
It was just getting started. So you were going to do it, but you would be scared to hit 300 plus.
I think I'm going to be scared. And you know, I think in the first of my mind, I'm doing that shit. Hell yeah, I'm going to do that. But I think when them numbers start to hit and that line is solid and I'm like, yo, I'm going to start contemplating life. And I'm gonna be like, yo, nah, bro. Let me just back off this, man. Y'all can have
the
it.
line is solid, bro. The line has been solid for like 3 miles ago.
I know.
Bro, the trees are solid. Like everything is one. You know what I'm saying? The trees, the sky, the lines, the pole, everything is just like it's just one line. Illest,
hey,
man,
think about
man.
it. Yo, planes don't even go that fast on ground. To
they
take off.
To what? Yeah, I think they reached about good 200-300
take off.
Bro.
I think it's one
takeoff. I thought it was 200 something.
I don't know.
Now in the air, that's a different story. In the air, they can go like 600 miles an hour.
You're supposed to leave the ground, so no one really worries about doing that on a takeoff on a plane. I mean, for me, I don't know. I mean, I've done 200 miles an hour for free on my own stuff. So, I mean, but of course, this is, life's changed a little bit. I've seen what can happen when things go wrong in person.
Yep.
And, I mean, it changes you for sure. I mean, I was 10 times more wild than I ever am now back in the day. But, man, you see people literally die in front of you, wreck, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I've seen it.
Trust
me, I've seen it.
But I'm not saying if you were like dangling the keys in front of me and then you point over to what I'm about to drive and an open stretch of road in a $1.5 million car, ego's definitely going to kick in because I want my name somewhere written that's 300 miles an hour. I don't know if I'd reach 331. I don't know if I'd bitch out at some speed. I know I've done 200 plus, but I don't know. I mean, I would definitely try until I got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. This is good for me. This is my own personal best. I'm cool. Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Let's not confuse. Let's not be confused that if in the event that something went wrong, like the car is going to disintegrate. Like there's nothing going to be left.
Yeah, there's no fixing that.
And as much as I said, Paul, like you're very optimistic, but at the end of the day, it's true. Like if something goes wrong, the car disappears.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
You're gonna have to like send out a search party to try to piece together your body. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is you're entirely done. Modern day muscle man, what would you do?
So I found out that the road it was on was Route 160, which is right outside Las Vegas. If someone dangled the keys to me and said this car does 300 plus, I think I'd give it a try. I can't say that I would do it or not do it. I think I'd be in the moment. I do like to drive fast. So yeah, I think I'd go for it. But for me to say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do 330, I don't know, but I'd definitely try.
That's a good answer.
I know I'm bitching up. I'm telling y'all now.
At 260, I'm bitching out. 260 is my limit. You gotta
really believe in like your abilities. I mean, obviously that dude driving wasn't like, hey, you want to test this out for us? Like just anybody. That dude's been driving for his whole life. Yeah. Even though he's just driving in a straight line fast, but it takes a special kind of skill set. I mean, none of us have done that I'm aware of 300 and some miles an hour. So none of us really know what the hell to do. If a gust of wind moves your car into the other lane at 300 miles an hour, I know my ass is going to do weird things at that point. So just trying to stay in the seat and like, what do I do? But at the same time, it's like, you always want to try, but yeah, that dude's probably done that, in other things, maybe I would imagine, or he knows what to do. That dude.
He might have been the same driver that tested out Bugatti and all those other guys. You never know. He probably makes a living doing that.
Yeah.
But I'm with you guys, man. Like I think you have to try. You got to try. Like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. People are like, here you go. Like for you to be like, nah, man, I'm just gonna watch from the sidelines. It's like, what?
I'm good.
Come on. Yeah.
Go home.
I'm good. No. I'll just go drive it at 80. I don't care, just to drive it. Yeah, and then just go 100. Like, cool.
You know what's funny? You know what I thought about? You talked. You talked about skydiving. When you skydive, you reach numbers of what, like 200-300 miles per hour, right? Isn't it more, or is it more than that?
We jumped. We were supposed to. I don't know what you reached. I just know we jumped. We were supposed to jump at 12,000 feet. There was
No,
turbulence.
I'm saying when you're falling at what speed?
Oh hell, I don't know. I mean, I'm 260 pounds, 6'3", so I had us probably dropping like a rock. I don't know what the speed was, but I have no idea. I mean, you can just see you wear an altimeter and the thing is just moving, you know. But I don't know what the speed was. I would imagine at least.
I think it's normally about 300. I think 200, 300 some miles per hour.
That's
So
crazy.
think about that. You know,
It
you're
feels like
falling,
it.
right? You're falling, right? So think about that, like in a car, it's just like going this way. I don't know, man. But
Now,
yeah, but you definitely.
my question is, when he was like this, like cheering, I wonder if he was cheering like, yeah, I just made that $50,000 or that $100K, or was he like cheering that he hit the mile? Because I know he had to get a big paycheck for that.
Yeah.
Or
cheering.
cheering. I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Yep. I'm still alive. They give me $100,000. Yes.
I honestly think it was probably a little bit of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was probably a little bit of all of that. But I think for the most part, it was the fact that, you know, they know the number, and the fact that they smashed that.
They smashed the hell out of that. Yeah.
Smashed it.
Yo, what do those guys do that do it at the like the Bonneville Salt Flats? Those cars are even faster than that. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not. Is it? Are they?
Yeah. Those guys that build those cars for like for the Salt Flats.
Yeah, they like
they go even faster than that. I mean, obviously that's not a car on a road.
On the road, yeah.
Like you're driving every day. It's like damn like a jet car that's purposely built for that. But they're doing. I want to say it's like 500-600 miles an hour or something like that. I mean, I could be making this up, but it's even faster than that. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine that. That's
crazy.
Your face is just pushed into the back of your head, just trying to deal with seeing where the hell you're going. But hey, props to that dude.
Your brain probably can't work at that speed. Shit, I'm good.
No,
like I said, you literally can't see anything. Everything is just like one solid thing just going by you.
It's just tunnel vision.
Yo, I don't know if we went over this, but the driver's name was Oliver Webb. I don't know if that
yeah, I see it.
Any bells for you guys?
We didn't talk about it here, but yeah, I seen that on the on when I seen the clip. But yeah, man. So hey, the question is posed to you viewers, man. For you guys that are watching the show right now, what would you guys do, man? Once in a lifetime opportunity. Somebody came to you and said, "Hey, man, here goes the keys. I need you to test my car. It by the way, it's capable of running 300 plus, and we want to try to break the record, man. Here you go. Good luck." What would you do? Like, what would be your answer to that? You know what I'm saying? That's a good question, because you know a lot of people will be like, "No, man, fuck that. Like, I am not playing my life like that." But again, it's once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of speed junkies, a lot of adventure junkies, and that's just another thing to add to your list, man.
Your obituary can read a couple of things. One of them being he tripped out of bed and broke his neck, or he died by his car rolling 5,000 times from doing 300 miles an hour in a $1.5 million exotic.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Option number 2 sounds pretty cool to me. Not that I want it to happen. That's the way. That's how I approached a lot of stuff when I was younger. I was like, I can die getting out of bed, or I can die doing 200 miles an hour on the highway, flipping 19 times. Not that I want to. I'm just saying. So you know, factor that in your choices. What you want your obituary to read.
That's a hell of a way to live, there.
One way to do it.
But yeah, man. So the question is posed to you guys, to you viewers now, man. What would you guys do? Comment down below and let us know, because again, it'll be interesting to know what you guys think about that, what you guys feel about that, and who would have, again, the cojones, the bolas, the balls, the guts, whatever you want to call it, man. The huevos, who would have all of those things combined to do that? Because I'm gonna tell you, when he got out of the car, I mean, how much the car weighed? 2,700 pounds.
2,700.
A good 200 of that is your Webbles for real. If you're doing that, 300.
Yeah.
2750.
That's what the passenger seat was there for. Him and this, the huevos in the passenger seat.
Yeah, it's 2750 to be exact. Just
Put the Webbles in my passenger seat, and
They
when
had
he got out,
they had the GoPro mounted. They had the GoPro mounted to the werewolves.
Right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right. And when he came back and got out the car, he didn't even pick him up himself. He told somebody that, hey, make
That's
sure
what
you
the
get my
assistant's
Webbles.
for.
Yeah,
Get those balls out of there too.
make sure you get my balls out the passenger seat.
Cut them a check as well.
But hey, man, that's what we got, man, for your show today, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Again, you guys are watching Free Smoke, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Go down to the description below. Check out all of our individual social media, as I said in the beginning of this show.
All of you guys that have subscribed to us so far, we appreciate it. We're just growing this thing. I know we mentioned it a couple of times, but we appreciate all of you that have shared to your social medias, shared our YouTube channel, our videos, liked, comment, subscribed, all those different things, and keep doing it. We're going to grow from here. We're going to get more special guests, and it only gets bigger. But we appreciate everything that you guys are doing as well and helping us grow the channel.
Yeah, some of the comments, man, be hitting right. Some of them comments be hitting right too, man. It makes, you know what I'm saying, some good words in the comments, man. We appreciate all those kind words, man. So
100%, man. Big time salute and big ups to everybody out there, man. Like my guys just said, we greatly appreciate all your love that you guys have been showing us thus far, especially on the live streams, man. We get so much interaction there.
Absolutely.
Like I said, for just starting out, and you guys are coming in from the get-go, man, just interacting with us, and we greatly appreciate that, man. So
I wish we could be live every day. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying?
And we might get there. Hey, we might get there.
You guys, that might be a thing.
If you guys continue to subscribe and everything else and share with everybody else, and we grow this thing pretty big, hey, man, we all gonna quit our jobs one day, and we're gonna go get a nice studio, and this is what we're gonna do for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We'll get there. We'll see what happens. But anyway, man, other than that, man, I'm your shooter, man, FaTKaT. Under me, we have Illest of Ills 392. And we have Modern Day Muscle right there. And cat corner, we got Garage Driven, man. Again, you're watching Free Smoke. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one, man. We out of here.